Okay.
Hey guys, so this is the 1,000-ton press. So
Kevin's dream come true.
I've been looking for about 10 years for one of these. They're really rare and they're usually really expensive. But I didn't pay much for this one, but I have paid a lot of money to move this one. That's mostly where all the money has gone in this endeavor. The press itself was only $5,000, but when it was brand new in 1993, it was $250,000. But it was on eBay, and I saw it because I scan for things like that, and yeah, we got it. But we only paid $5,000 for it. But then I had to pay like $6,000 to get it moved out of the laboratory that it was in. But it's one of the last presses built by this company called Clifton Hydraulics. And they built it's a hobbing press for hobbing dies. But they were using it for some sort of scientific experiment. It was used, I was told it was used one time.
Wow. I mean, it's in great shape.
Yeah, it looks brand new. The reason it's a little rusty is because I didn't pay to have it tarped coming back from California, and you guys had like the biggest rainstorms in history during that time, but it didn't hurt it. So they're moving the 30,000-pound forklift right now because this one won't lift it.
I guess they tried, but the wheels lifted.
The wheels lift off the ground. So they're moving it in with the 30,000 pounds.
Yep.
We're going to get it all hooked up, and we'll be able to make cigarette cases.
The big stuff. It's going to be cool.
Buckle dies. Not that you guys can use any of these things.
But we'll make stampings.
Exactly. We're going to make stampings for you guys. And a lot of that stuff hasn't been run in over 100 years. They used to run 1,000-ton presses. This is probably one of the last ones ever made in the United States. It's a 24-inch diameter cylinder. It needs a 5,000 PSI pump.
And that's the little pump.
Yeah, they were running it off that little baby pump. So it'd probably take about an hour or 2 hours to actually run the cylinder up.
Once.
It's like literally like a tablespoon of oil at a time. But they just needed to reach 1,000 tons of pressure.
Yeah.
So we'll put a bigger pump on it.
Yep. And we'll show you
Here comes the truck.
more later. We're going to live stream this.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Okay, this is 1,000-ton press. They had to bring in a new 35,000-pound forklift, if I believe. Because they tried using this forklift and the press was far too heavy. It pulled the wheels of this forklift off the ground. So now the riggers are working to get this 1,000-ton press and if this doesn't make your heart pound, I don't know what will. So the riggers are here. Kevin says that, we paid far more in shipping than we did to get the actual press because you have to hire all of this. I think he said it was like $1,000 an hour or something like that. So this is the long, stress-inducing process of getting big, heavy equipment delivered to Potter USA. So this press, like I mentioned, Kevin has been dreaming about it for a long time, but it's going to allow us to make dies of some of the cigarette cases and compact cases, some of the larger things that we have in our collection, so that we can make stampings of them for you. The dies would be far too large for you to use in a 20-ton press, but we can make stampings of these gorgeous larger dies. Okay, so now they are just slightly lifting it a little bit. They're gonna pull it toward the edge of the bed of the truck. And these guys, not positive, but I'm pretty sure these are the same guys we've used before in the past, and they are professionals. Like, this is what they do. This is the largest forklift I've ever seen. So they're trying to figure out how we're gonna get it off the truck. And I'm staying way back. I'm not gonna go look any closer. It's heavy, everything is, it has to be very precise when you're dealing with big, heavy stuff like this. It's gotta be right. So you pay the money to get the right people to move it. I think Kevin is live streaming and currently probably breathing real heavy. So, letting another truck pass through.
I'm gonna get until machines come down. That way you guys can have hands on it as I back up and it comes the rest of the way down.
Here we go. They're moving it off the truck. And as soon as the forklift clears the truck, they're gonna lower it down. It's really windy. I don't know if you can hear. But this is the getting it down closer to the ground as soon as possible. So they're lowering it. Just slowly dropping it down to the ground. Less chance of catastrophic failure. Getting it turned around. And again, this is not something that we would do by ourselves. Like, we are leaving this up to the professionals. So they're fully communicating with each other. Turning it. Like, that forklift is working hard. Okay. So they're like a ½ inch off the ground. It's pretty amazing. And so that is our shop, and that's where they're heading. Trying to get this moved into place. So I'm gonna come around to the side, get a better view. We've got a good show. So now they're gonna navigate getting it up over the curb. It's a slow and kind of heart-pounding process.
Like 10 cameras on their wall.
I'm sure.
No pressure, guys.
These guys are really good at this. They do it all day. They've delivered all of our machines in our shop. The clocks just swell up like ticks.
making really small adjustments, making sure everything goes in smooth, straight. You know, it looks like a relatively small piece of equipment, but it's clearly extremely heavy. And these guys are pros. They do this all the time. This is what they do.
Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. If I do, I'm going to set it down, back out, come in more. Go, Jacob. Come on in.
So we are storing it here for now until we get the space cleared out for it. When we have to move it, I imagine
Gotta watch out for the upper
the top. It is too tall to get it in here. So now they're gonna set it down and figure out what to do next. Because this top of the forklift is too tall.
It's because the forklifts are huge. I am starting to question maybe this is a little bit excessive for our needs. I don't know.
We could have told you. Oh, it has a sticker of Papa
Yeah.
Bear, so that's it.
Maybe this is a little bit excessive, but I don't know.
Once we start making,
Then it'll seem like
yes.
Yeah. I know every time I get something like this, I always have this buyer's remorse. But then when we start using it and all the cool stuff we can do with it, then it passes. Sort of.
So,
Yeah.
coming in with like a different plan of attack, trying to figure out.
We're gonna put counterweights on the other forklift so that they can bring it into here.
Yep. So,
We've got two forklifts. The other forklift
this is
barely enough.
the large, giant forklift. They're gonna swap out forklifts, counterbalance the smaller forklift, and then use the smaller one, counterweight it, and bring it in. Alright, so they didn't go get a smaller forklift. Not yet. So they're just trying to get it in, basically. Get it into the shop.
Let's see if it cracks the floor.
Oh gosh. How much does it weigh?
19,000 pounds.
19,000 pounds. And it,
Yeah.
as long as it's past the door.
It was 19,000.
Yeah, it's like a relatively small. Oh, it's hitting the roof.
I know the other forklift is probably doing
So it's hitting up there. This is what these guys do. They move heavy equipment all day, every day. We're at troubleshooting. I think they'll do a little bit more moving to get it further in the building. But look at that monster of a forklift.
Hey Rich, check this out.
Is that where it lives?
No.
This is so perfect to talk about you, Paul.
Yes.
It's so good.
second, you guys are all gonna fall right down
Into some sort of hole.
Oh my gosh.
You think they brought enough forklifts for that? They need to get the other.
Okay, we're coming in with the small forklift. Oh. I'm scooting back.
This might be able to lift it.
Do you think they might just scoot it?
Yeah, that's all.
Alright. Everybody get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Move.
All right, Kevin, this thing needs to start making money.
It will. We're gonna just plug up. We're gonna hook a little pump. You know, we could just put our own pump on it. We can.
so
It'll go right on
tiny.
it, and then we can go to 3,000 psi, which will be 700 tons.
Okay, I see that smirk on your face.
It's joy. It's pure joy.
It's like,
We'll hit this
Katie,
with 700 tons.
We could actually put your pump on top of a floating barrel of oil.
That's exactly what the plan is.
give me your most ridiculous. I got 1,000-ton press grid. Oh my god.
So
I've been looking for 10
happy.
years. It literally took a decade to find one of these.
That's amazing.
The
one that you
ones-
can afford at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see them every now and then. The ones that I'd see were like really, they weren't like small. This is a baby.
It is so tiny.
Yeah, they were like huge. Like
This is
room.
part of the process.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Come to your left. $15,000. But what you can do is they're not going to try to lift it up. They're going to just pull it back. So he's going to get as close to the mast as he can,
See if you can tilt it a little bit.
tilt it back. Here, want to take that little
gonna look back when it dives forward.
thing out of there?
We'll try with it on it.
There's threes on this side, twos on that side.
Kind of crescent.
Yeah, I have a feeling this might be difficult to get to the other building.
I don't think it's gonna get in there. That focus is too big. We'll have to move the CNCs.
Well, they could drop it off, but I'm just trying to imagine getting it up our driveway.
oof.
Yeah, no, they can move it there. It's moving into the spot that we want it to.
Right. I think that's probably a no-go.
Unless we move the saw and forget what the saw is.
Oh, that's not a terrible idea. Watch the back wheels.
Whew.
You want it straightened out?
Whatever you can do to make it easier.
Put the bug, yeah. To your left.
There's like
Yeah,
two.
right up here would be perfect. Just fine. Straight?
Let me know.
I can't believe the wheels are still on the ground. Barely.
That's perfect, guys.
We were too far away.
Yay!
Coming down. It's interesting they had it bolted to the floor for some reason, as if it was gonna
Fall over.
Yep.
And done.
But then they thought they needed to.
Yeah.
And now it's home. Temporarily.
There's a hurricane in the beyond that.
Yeah, are you live?